Well, hello. Now that we have just finished reading The Rights to the Streets of Memphis by Richard Wright, I would like for you to take a few minutes and stop and think. What literary elements did he use in this autobiography to create mood, to create tone, to create voice? Literary elements would be things like irony, personification. Personification was at the beginning of the story whenever he gives human characteristics to a stomach hunger pangs. If you go back to the beginning, you'll see where he's constantly referring to the hunger pains and giving them human traits to make them seem larger and to make you be able to visualize what's happening to him and how he's feeling. Listen to the tone in his voice and the tone in his mother's voice. You can tell right away that the message, the theme of this story is a deep one. And you need to stop and think, well, how did you develop that theme? A theme is the message that you got, like man versus man, good versus evil. Those are themes. And so I want you to think, as we're moving through this unit, what literary elements did you see? Did you read? Did you learn? That really helped you get the story, the message. And you're going to be developing this as you're analyzing, looking at the pieces of the stories. Analyzing means looking at the pieces. So you're going to begin to analyze this short story. Why does Richard's mother have no food for him? Go back into the story. Find where it says why Richard's mother does not have any food for him and answer question number 1. Number 2, what choice does Richard have to make? As you're reading, he had to make a choice towards the end. What was the choice? Number 3, explain what the title of the story means. What does it really mean? The rights to the streets of Memphis. What does that title mean? After you read the story, you begin to understand that message. Number 4, find 3 cause and effects relationships in the story and write them below. In other words, cause is something that happened, and because this happened, it made the effect happen. So find a cause and tell me what happened because of it. Cause and effect. Number 5, how would you describe the way Richard's mother treats him at the end of the story? List 3 adjectives. Adjectives, those are descriptive words. Number 6, how will Richard change after he fights the boys in the street? How do you think Richard changed after he fought the boys in the street? You know how he was before, but the story ends. So that's kind of like making a prediction. A prediction is guessing something that's going to happen based on educational background. What do you think? How will Richard change? Describe how this story makes you feel. What would you have done if you were put in Richard's situation and faced with the same choice? That's you analyzing, getting to know the character. Number 8, what is a possible theme to this story? Now that you've seen a few examples of cause and effect, and you've kind of thought about what it would feel like to be in Richard's situation, maybe now you might know the message that Richard is trying to send to people. Number 9, write a topic sentence that explains what the message of the story is. So you come up with a theme, and then a topic sentence is something that you would put in the beginning of a paragraph to talk about this is, the theme. And then you're going to have to come up with evidence to prove the topic. You're going to have to come up with textual evidence from the story and explain how that textual evidence supports your topic. Number 10, find 3 quotes from the text that support your theme. So you see number 10 is going to support number 9. So number 9 is where you're going to take the theme from number 8, and then you're going to write it in a sentence. Number 10 is where you're going to come up with 3 pieces of evidence to support your topic, sentence, and theme, to prove your theme. And number 11, we explain why each quote supports the theme. That is explaining why quote number 1 that you picked up there in number 10, explain how that quote proves the theme. How does that one quote that you used explain the theme? And then you go back to number 10 and read the quote that you put on number 2. And then down on 11 on number 2, you will explain how that quote, number 2 from 10, supports your theme. And then number 11, the third one is, how does your third quote prove your theme? That's your explanation. You are explaining to me how the quotes that you picked on number 10 prove your theme. Your theme is your theme. You get to pick it, and you're not wrong, so long as your explanations in number 11 tie it back to the theme.